What happens when I do this?
Nothing. What are you supposed to be doing?
The dance animation doesn't do anything.
You
Oops,
just
I accidentally smalled myself.
tell me about why you chose this avatar.
I think it represents my personality. I don't really have a VR headset because you have custody of it because, we're in a long custody battle for our headset, but, I do like it. I like the idea of making stuff. I don't really like to hang out with people as much as I sort of just like to visit cool worlds. I'm surprised by the amount of effort people put into some of these worlds. Some of these are very, like it seems like a full-time job.
How does the VRChat community differ from other social media communities?
A lot of furries. Okay, not to say furries aren't on other social media, but like the furries are like the bread and butter place. I think they're like if anyone is funding this thing, it's probably furries. I think they're huge. They're like important. And the big difference is we're in VR, so that's big. We'll jot that down. Wow, I'm so close to you right now. It's like your face is taking up my whole screen. I think the last time I technically roleplayed was not really count because it was like a game where you read a script. So other than that, I don't really roleplay much. I'm not very good at it. It stresses me out.
What is one of the happiest things that has ever happened to you IRL or in VRChat?
Well, one of the happiest things that happened to me was you asked me to marry you. Not in VR, in person. Without getting too personal and like saying like family stuff, the worst thing that happened to me that had nothing to do with my family was getting fired from my job at the factory for leaning. Because it was such a shitty job, and they fired me on my birthday. Who does that? Sicko. Sick bastard. It's good I was fired, though, technically, because that place sucked. See this? This is exactly what it looks like where I got fired. Let me show you, a visual representation of what they did to me at the factory. One of the weirdest things that ever happened to me is whenever I was like leaving your apartment at college when you were like in the freshman one, and I was walking by Subway at night, and like I was on campus, and it was like it only then just got dark, and I was walking home, and these dudes started walking next to me like they knew me, and talking to me and asked me if my hair color was natural, which is stupid as fuck. My hair was pink. Like, my hair is pink. Yeah, totally, it's fucking natural. It's pink, dumbass. But, I don't know, maybe if they thought it was red or something in the lighting. But they were really freaking me out. They had weird accents, and they literally just walked on either side of me as if that we were, like, coming home from something at the same time. Like a familiar, like a not a normal way of approaching. Okay, there's not a normal way to approach someone at night, but if there was, it would not be that. Like, and they walked next to me, and I'm about to see my trajectory is like towards this dark place that I need to walk through to get to my fucking dorm, and like there's no street lights, okay? Like it's dark, which actually, what the fuck? Where's the street lights? You know, like the freshmen walk around through Murder Town. Okay, and my trajectory was that way, right? And I'm like, oh my god. Something terrible is gonna happen to me. Except I didn't think about it too much at the time because I was full of adrenaline. But, instead I went, whoop! And walked in the other direction really quickly towards the library, which had more light, more people. Like, I immediately changed the trajectory into the fucking light. And I don't even look. I just keep stomping towards the library, and I look behind me and they're gone.
Follow-up question. Tell me what it was like having undiagnosed, unmedicated ADHD while you were in college.
Did you write that one down while I was talking?
No, I just thought of it just now.
Or did you already have that one pulled out?
No,
Yeah, did you think of it because of how I was talking and acting?
yes.
You're like, oh yeah, that reminds me. What's it like being a freak? Yeah, I went through like school, not just school, but like my childhood and college, not being diagnosed with ADHD. So, cause like, okay, before, I know I'm like really annoying now, but I used to be like super quiet. So like no one ever noticed that I was struggling. So I just thought I was a fucking idiot. Because like everyone was like, you're so smart, why aren't you applying yourself? Because I used to make really good grades, and then like my grades went at some point in middle school, and I still made good enough grades in high school to like get a decent honors thing. And then in college, it's just, I went from being in the honors program due to my ACT scores. Like, I'm really good at taking tests, I'm stupid at everything else. And they were like, oh, okay, you could enter in the honors program. And it was so stressful and not worth it and stupid, because the honors program was just the regular programs, but they gave you less help, which was like, I need help. It was awful. Oh yeah, every year, you know how people do their New Year's resolutions, where they'll be like, I'm gonna go on Jenny Craig, or something stupid like that. And so every year I would say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be responsible this year. This is gonna be my clean slate. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna do things on time. I'm gonna stop procrastinating. I'm gonna stop forgetting things. And I would be like, man, I guess I just didn't want it enough. And a lot of people would say that I was being lazy, that I was irresponsible, and I had to like watch like teachers that I loved and respected slowly give up on me. Like at first they would feel bad for me, and then they would slowly give up on me because they thought I was just taking advantage of their kindness, or that I just didn't care, or I was not like applying myself and stuff. So that was a huge fucking complex that gave me, because I'm like, man, I just must really hate doing the right thing. I must be really stupid. And then I get diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm like, fuck. Because it like explains my entire life since birth, which I could fucking remember. Okay, I don't remember birth, but I do remember being 2 fucking years old and wearing diapers and shit. I hated it. But it explains everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm not fucking stupid, and I'm not an idiot, and I'm not lazy, and I'm not just like a jerk that doesn't care. I'm like, but now I'm like medicated, and it's like, whenever I wasn't diagnosed, I was so fixated on the stuff that I couldn't do that I wasn't thinking about what I could do, if that makes sense. Like, I was so wrapped up in, why can't I just do it? Why can't I just do it this way? Like, trying to force myself to do it this one way, whenever I was like, realized, oh, if I do it this other way, I've been completely ignoring everything that I'm capable of without even forcing myself to do it. So yeah, that's how that went. I somehow survived college, lost all of my scholarships by like the second year or third year-ish, and then like I ended up having to pay for a lot of the rest of college because I had to take out loans. So I'm not in as much debt as most people actually, but I do have a little bit of debt to where I lost all my scholarships from being mentally ill. I feel like I need a refund. I feel like I deserve a refund for this shit. Because it's like, if you're a teacher, right, and you see me trying my little hardest, I'm like trying my little heart out, trying to do something, and it seems like the level of I want to do something is not consistent with like the results, and that whenever I'm really focused on something, I do an excellent job, but whenever I don't want to do it, I really struggle with doing the most basic things. I feel like that's a red flag. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a huge fucking red flag. I'm thinking that's a fucking huge Soviet Russia, massive flaming on fire red flag. Like, damn. Oh wait, I did have a 3rd grade teacher that I remembered actually said about how her father had ADHD to someone who was picking me up from school, and I remembered that's where I learned what ADHD was, and I never heard about that ever again. She tried to save me!
What do you think about kids in VRChat? Do you have any kid friends here?
I do not have any friends other than you.
That sounded really sad out of context.
I think they're sweet. I think it's cute. I don't like it as much when they fight with each other and make a bunch of offensive humor on purpose because to be edgy, but I think it's sweet. I'm glad that they're having fun. Okay, I do have some advice. There's no such thing as laziness. If you feel like, why can't I just do things right? Like you try to do stuff right all the time, but it doesn't go well, and you fall into the same patterns of procrastination or something, go get help. You probably have ADHD, and even if it's not ADHD, it's probably something else that needs to be looked at. I have more advice. Whenever you make chicken wings, you don't have to thicken your goddamn sauce. You don't gotta thicken your sauce. You don't gotta bake the sauce onto the chicken wings. Look at me. I don't care if they're traditional wings. I don't care if they're fucking boneless. I don't care if they're fucking tofu. Look at me. Look at me. You don't have to thicken your sauce. You don't have to bake on your sauce. You melt butter. Put chicken wing in butter. Roll in the butter. Hot butter, by the way, hot butter. Put it in your sauce next. Don't mix the butter in the sauce. Every fucking recipe tells you to mix the butter. Don't. Keep them separate.